destroys the night.
Up next, the posthumous pardon for a rock legend. You'll meet the man behind it. Stay with us for that.
This is the end.
And justice for Jim Morrison.
The end.
How a dead rock star found a champion in the governor of Florida. Hi, I'm Mark Kelly and welcome to the show. Well, to quote the Doors, this is the end. A chapter of rock and roll history got a rewrite today. Jim Morrison, lead singer of the Doors, received a full pardon from the state of Florida. Now, as any classic rock fan knows, and despite the conspiracy theories, Morrison's been dead since 1971. But in the 60s, he was known for pushing the limits. And at a 1969 Miami concert, the authorities decided full frontal nudity was just a bit over the line. They'd seen enough. Morrison was pulled off stage and arrested. All 20 cities on the Doors tour canceled concerts over the controversy. He received a $500 fine and a 6-month sentence that he never served. Now, the whole thing became part of rock lore. Even appeared in the Oliver Stone 1991 film about the band. Through it all, though, many people claimed he never flashed the audience, and Morrison was still appealing his indecent exposure conviction when he died. But the story didn't end there. Today, departing Florida Governor Charlie Crist made it official, granting Jim Morrison a pardon from the state's clemency board. Crist says there was really enough doubt about what happened last night to go ahead with the pardon, So what got the governor on board for this? Well, what else? It was a dedicated letter-writing Doors fan in Orem, Utah. Kerry Humphrey spent 14 years researching the case and advocating for the dead rock star. We have reached him tonight via broadband. Kerry, man, I have heard of some fans out there. You know, they go out and buy a few T-shirts, maybe a few albums. You spent 14 years doing this? You've got to be the biggest Doors fan out there. Why did you make this your mission in life, Kerry?
It's just been an ongoing thing. You know, the more I got into it, the more people got into it too with me, and the more research came available. Actually, what you said wasn't true.
Okay.
They did not pull Morrison off the stage. That was part of the controversy. They didn't actually file any charges against Jim until 4 days after the event. Even though there was 30 cops there that were hired as security, nobody did anything. You know, the cops didn't see anything wrong with the performance. It wasn't until after the Miami Herald started publishing articles about indecency that suddenly, 4 days later, they filed charges against him.
Yeah, and I was reading some of the accounts of that, where some people who said they were front row said that they never saw anything indecent. Other police officers who said, oh, no, it was all hanging out there for everyone to see. But anyway, that did create the doubt, and that's one side of the story. But what got you determined to actually see this through?
Well, Jerry Prochnicki, the author of Break On Through, me and him were talking one day, and he mentioned that, that would be a good project to do, to give something back to Jim Morrison. And I agreed with him, and so we started collecting articles and putting them on our website, and it just kind of gathered momentum like a snowball.
And what was the strategy from the get-go?
At first, we just started emailing and writing letters to Governor Lawton Chiles, and they were ignored, basically. And then Jeb Bush came in to be the governor, and he kind of ignored us as well. And then when Governor Crist was elected, we were kind of excited. He kind of seemed like the kind of person that would take this on. And so we continued our letter writing and emailing campaigns to him. And, it all kind of worked out.
But over those 14 years, Kerry, did you ever think, yeah, maybe I should just drop it and move on, do something else, get a new hobby?
You know what? I mean, I'm involved with the Doors with, different aspects of it, buying and selling rock and roll memorabilia and setting up tours to Paris. It was just one of those things that we had set up on our website, and people would come forth with more research, and so we just kind of added on. And, it wasn't like it was an ongoing thing that I constantly had to spend time at. It just kind of was an accumulative thing on our website that just kind of grew and grew. There were several other people that helped me get, where it is. There was 2 writers in particular, Jan Morris and Janelle Preston, who wrote excellent articles on our website. And then the last couple of years, Dave Diamond has really kind of taken the ball and ran with it and got a lot of press, which, in the end kind of worked out and ended up getting us the pardon.
Well, we talked to Morrison's widow, Patricia. We called her up tonight. She didn't want to come on air with us, but she did talk, and she says she didn't like this because she said by pardoning him is accepting the conviction, and they felt Jim never accepted the conviction. She never accepted the conviction. So by doing this, somehow tacitly accepts it, so she's against it. How do you react to that?
Well, first off, Patricia Kennealy isn't his widow. She was only married to him in a hand-fasting pagan ceremony, which isn't legal. It's not accepted. Morrison told friends that he just did it because it was a fun thing to do for the night. He was stoned and it was fun. So, you know, she's not really anything more than just another groupie as far as I'm concerned. You know, Jim didn't do anything, and we originally were going after an expungement for him, but an expungement kind of runs into more costs and more legal things, and, you know, since we didn't really have a budget, it was kind of more of a manpower issue. We decided to go after a pardon instead. But most definitely, you know, Morrison should be expunged from it.
Well,
he wasn't, you know, but that was like the best thing that we could do was to go after a pardon first. Maybe an expungement should come later. I don't know.
Well, listen, you got the pardon. I'd be happy with that. I don't know what you're going to do when you wake up tomorrow, Kerry. You're just going to have to find something else to do, but I'll let you sleep on that and come up with it. Kerry, great to talk to you tonight. Thanks so much for your time.
All right, thank you.